Thank you all for coming. In the last 48 hours, I've had to focus on being a racehorse trainer. But actually, I have very little to add to what we both said over 2 years ago when we were charged. Everything, absolutely everything we said 2 years ago has proved to be true. Rebekah has been through an unprecedented investigation of an incredibly forensic and personal nature, the likes of which we've probably never seen. And I would just like to say how proud I am of Rebekah and of the dignity she has shown.
Like Charlie said, we haven't got much to add than we said 2 years ago. I mean, of course, the last few years have been tough for both of us and for those closest to us. But more importantly, they've been tough for everybody on all sides that have been affected by the issues highlighted by this case. And therefore, throughout the 3-year police investigation and through our 8-month trial at the Old Bailey, we've always tried to keep our troubles in perspective. I mean, after all, you know, we have a happy and healthy daughter. We have our brave and resolute mums that have been at court most of the time, and we've had strong and unwavering support from all our friends, our family, and from our legal teams that have believed in us from the beginning. I am innocent of the crimes that I was charged with, and I feel vindicated by the unanimous verdicts.
What's your reaction?
What's your message to Andy Coulson tonight?
When I was arrested, it was in the middle of a maelstrom of controversy, of politics and of comment. Some of that was fair, but much of it was not. So I'm grateful for the jury. I'm very grateful for the jury for coming to their decision.
What's your reaction to the extent of criminality that has been exposed at the two papers you worked at, Mrs. Brooks?
I think I'd like to say it's been a time of reflection for me. I've learnt some valuable lessons and hopefully I'm the wiser for it.
Do you wish you had done more to expose the criminality, Mrs. Brooks? Do you wish you had done more to expose the criminality?
I think that said, I'm incredibly proud of the many journalists I've worked with throughout my career and the great campaigns that we have fought and won.
But do you wish you'd done more? As Chief Executive, do you wish you had done more to expose the criminality?
And all I can say to you all is that today my thoughts are with my former colleagues and their families who face future trials. I'm going to do everything I can to support them, as I know how anxious the times ahead are.
Do you think the police overreacted?
Can I ask you whether you've spoken to Mr.
about
Coulson?
what's happened to Andy Coulson, Rebekah?
What I'm going to do now, and I hope you don't mind, is I can't say too much today. I have to be careful for my former colleagues' sake what I say, but my thoughts are with them, like I said, and their families. But now we're going home to spend some
Andy Coulson?
How do you feel about what's happened to Andy Coulson?